A Morgan State student was shot and killed overnight just off campus during an attempted robbery. And WMAR 2 News' Abby Isaacs is working this story. She has the latest information for us. Abby?
Baltimore police say rising sophomore Manuel Luis was leaving campus overnight to drive to visit his family when he was robbed and shot. The tragedy happening so close to home for students, now hitting home. Many knew Luis, a business major at Morgan State.
I heard 5 gunshots last night around like 2:45.
Morgan State senior Shauna said she didn't call police, figuring that the security from her gated apartment complex would investigate. But it wasn't until just before 5 a.m. that Morgan State officers found student Manuel Luis in his car unresponsive. Baltimore police responded to Lock Raven Boulevard a few blocks north of Cold Spring Lane and found the rising sophomore dead in his car. Investigators believe it happened at around 2 a.m. when he left campus housing to drive to visit his family.
But he never made it. After he left, he was accosted by 2 individuals. They believe it was an attempted robbery, and he was subsequently shot. Detectives went and made the notification to a very heartbroken family who has lost their 19-year-old son, who was a sophomore, and according to the investigating homicide detective, a counselor, and just a really good kid who's gone.
MSU says Luis was a business major and, quote, a tragic victim to senseless gun violence.
He's actually a friend of a few of my friends, so everybody's kind of shaken up about it. We don't like to hear it, we don't like to see it, but we don't really know what to do. What to do next about it.
Not only is it close to home for students, but for people who live nearby too.
Kind of wonder, when, if it's going to be on my block, or maybe me one day, standing out here, because sometimes I'm out here by myself, catching a bus in the mornings. People say, I didn't think it would happen in my neighborhood. No neighborhood is exempt nowadays. Nobody's exempt and nothing is exempt.
The school has counselors available for students, and police are asking for anyone with information who saw anything in the area around 2 a.m. overnight that may now be linked to this tragedy.